What is going on? What is going on? Tech Thursday, Cleveland Terry Show with a very squeaky chair today. It is what it is. Sometimes the chair wants to squeak. There's nothing I can do about it. So squeak away. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I am to a certain extent. I mean, I am. Let me back up. I am. Today is actually my daughter's birthday. So she is officially a teenager. She became a teenager today. Basically, I don't know, about 2 hours ago. Now, of course, we can't be confused with her acting like a teenager for the past year, but she has been. She is 100% in her teens. She is a firecracker right now. like, yeah. You know, I always make this comment. My first daughter, because I have 3 kids, and my first daughter, easy. So easy. Never rocked the boat, never did anything wrong, except for one time in her life when her and her friends TP'd the neighbor's house, but it was a bad TP. It was bad. They didn't like this girl at all. But that's all she's ever done. That's all she's ever done. And then I have my son. He's easy too. You know, he wants to hang with dad and be like dad and whatever. And then I had my last one. I don't know what she is. She's something else. Now, don't get me wrong. She's a sweetheart, but she's literally she's a Sour Patch Kid. Like, she's the sweetest girl, but can also be just the nastiest girl too. All at the same time. And she's very specific on what she wants and what she doesn't want, and when she doesn't get it, woo. I try to stay away from the family, honestly. Like, I get it now. I didn't understand, truly. Like, you know, when you see dads and everything's going on in the house, like, you got friends and stuff. Maybe they have sisters or your friends are girls or whatever. And they're in the house and they're screaming at their mom, and mom's just like, I don't know, darling. It's just what it is. And meanwhile, dad's in the corner, like with a beer, watching the game. And he's like non-existent. I get it now. I get it. It's too much. It's too much. And now I have no testosterone in the house because my son has gone away to college. So it's just me. Don't you see me blinking? Send help. Anyway, that's why do you think I keep a permanent AirPods in my pocket? Big D. This is why. So, thank you for everybody for coming by and hanging out. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you guys coming in, especially the people that come in early. Thank you. You guys are the loyal fans out there, I guess. I'm joking. I know some people get on when they can. And I also know, sorry, I'm waiting for my throat and my voice to warm up. And I also know that, and I've been having a sore throat over the last couple of days. The weather's been stupid. But I also know that a lot of people do watch this show on their commutes, on their way home, whatever it may be. I know for a fact that half the people that watch this show watch it off time. And that is okay. Thank you. I appreciate you watching the show. It's always interesting to me because everybody, depending on who you talk to, sometimes people are like, hey, you just have a talk show, you know, because this is the only show that this is the only content that I've actually promised myself that I would do every week. And that's this Thursday show. I have content that needs to go out. I have all my footage shot for the EV90s. I have it all shot. I'm going to edit it at some point today. Every time, the daughter, she's got her friend come over last night. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Couldn't do it yesterday. I'll do it the next day. We're going out and having more friends today. So it's a lot. So that leaves me with Friday. Friday is my day. If I can't get anything done in the next, after I get off the show in the next 2 hours, I'm very specific about this video. So if I don't like it, I have to just do some tweaks. I got to go do some reshoots. I'm like a Marvel movie right now. I'm like Captain America, Brave New World. I'm going to reshoot the hell out of this thing. There's going to be 97 scenes. And I'm just in a scene everywhere I go. Obviously, I'm always going to be in a scene everywhere I go. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, Dennis 50 plus says, good demonstration on the QSCs. EV models, thanks for sharing. It's very interesting that you would say that because, while I do think that people found it worthwhile, there's a lot of people that didn't like it. There's a lot of opinionated people in the world. Oh my God, I didn't see that coming. Why would you make this video? You can't hear it the way it's supposed to be. If you buy a speaker off this video, you're dumb. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, it is not that serious. Why do influencers do this? This is so dumb. I guess I'm dumb. Anyway, and the funny thing about being dumb is I don't know anything because I'm dumb. So I'm going to keep posting these types of videos. In fact, I'm still going to post the 70 versus the Maui because I'm dumb. And that's what dumb people do. People are absolutely crazy right now. They're crazy. They are crazy. Like, I know I'm talking to sane people on the show. Okay. In general, every so often I'll get some crazies on the show, but I'm talking to sane people because you guys understand how the show operates. Anytime I get an influx of like new people, it's a shit show. Like I can tell, look, I know my average numbers on videos. I see the local comments from people that, are fans, friends, whatever, that watch the show. I see that. But then I'll get randoms that come on and they are just dumb. It takes me back to when I just started out and I had questioned whether or not I should continue to do videos because people were so just angry. They're worse now. Like I would absolutely love to go back, 7 years ago and do content. Like now that I see the people that we have today versus before, that was a cakewalk. But it actually, in all honesty, and I love to be transparent with you guys. You know this. This is the show where we're transparent. Maybe when I shoot videos, I'm being, constructively critical or whatever, saying things in the right way so it doesn't come off like, being an asshole. But on this show, I'm honest. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, if you want to know the true, come to the show. Come to the show. I'm going to be honest. It's just me on a microphone talking. But anyway, I'm going to finish this orange juice and then go over to my coffee. Okay. What just happened there? Wicked says, do you plan on testing the RCF NL NXL 14A sub 15AX combination? I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. Probably at some point. RCF's never really taken an interest in me, to be honest with you. I mean, they got their You know, they got their other guys. They got their Jason Janis and their Nick Spinellis and whatnot. Maybe they don't need anybody else. Everybody seems to think that RCF is the best speaker out there. You know, I mean, is Porsche, does Porsche require people to sell their product or to review their product? Anything at all? I don't know. I personally don't know. But at some point, and every time I talk to them at like the conferences, they're like, oh yeah, we need to do it. But, anyway, we'll see. And there might be, there is the sweetness. No, it's too sweet. There might be some bias there. I don't disagree with you, Big D. I personally, as I think about all the people that I know, all the DJs and all the equipment that they're using, I basically never see anybody with RCF speakers, like ever, on this coast. But then you go to the East Coast and everybody and their mama has RCF speakers. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying. So we'll see. I don't know. And I don't really care. I mean, in all honesty, speakers are speakers or speakers are speakers. You typically get what you pay for. I've heard the RCF speakers. I know their sound profile. Okay. So the one thing I will say about RCF that I hear every single time that I'm at a conference, their frequency response, they're a little harsh for me. Like I know you can tweak them. I know that. But every time I'm hearing people play, it's just harsh. Their highs are just harsh. Some will say crispy. They'll say crispy. They'll say the clarity is amazing. I have bleeding ears. That's what my ears hear. Blood gurgling in my ear hole. But to each their own. To each their own. I know I could EQ them and get by. So I'm not, it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's go from the top real quick. Darnell says, hi, Cleve. This is Darnell and Cleve is like the blackest two dudes you'd ever see. Darnell and Cleve are walking down the street. Those are absolutely some black dudes. Absolutely. Scott Bowman in the building. What is going on? It's funny though. I make that joke. I would make that joke. And now the society's like, do you have to make everything about race? I'm sorry. It's going to be a weird show. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling some kind of way right now. So it is what it is. Jeff One in the building. Scott Bowman in the building. Big D. Keith Jess. John T. Oh, greetings from Sweden. Hey, thanks for hanging out. J Crew Live. Marcus Hobdy, DJ Red and Black K, DJ K, Mixmaster G. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. J Crew, Sean Nugget, DJ G Kenny in the building. What's happening? DJ Civil, Wickham, Dana DJ Clean Music SX. That's a lot of words. Angelo, who we got? Sherrod. Hey, Sherrod's a black name too. I'm not gonna lie. Phil Tan in the building. What is going on? And Tony Bakes. Okay. Tony Tone BK. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Quick question. What are your thoughts about Apple Music in Serato? Okay. Fine. We can talk about this. I honestly thought there was no need to make a video. Like, first off, I knew Apple Music was coming. I didn't know exactly when it was coming. And then all of a sudden, I should probably, you know what? I'll check. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when it was coming. And I didn't get a notification, or maybe I did. I have not been on my personal email legitimately I have been doing so many video walls and so much stuff that I just haven't had time. But let's see here. Let's see just real quick. Yeah. Yeah. So unless it came a while ago, I didn't even get like one of the pre-announcements. I mean, I got it from March 25th. I got it from Alpha Theta. But yeah, Serato didn't contact or just send me a message. It is what it is. Okay. So look, I don't think this requires a video. I saw those videos pop up. It was like 10, 15-minute videos. I'm like, what can you talk about? It's not as if Apple Music wasn't on other platforms. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't there. So I didn't personally feel the need to make a video about it. There's nothing special about Serato having Apple Music. There's nothing special about it. There's literally nothing newsworthy about it. I mean, yes, it's newsworthy because yeah, Apple is now finally on all the platforms, because it's not just Serato. This is the thing that it's kind of being tricked right now. It's not just Serato. It is pretty much all the platforms. It's even on the all-in-ones, like the Omnis Duo, and it'll probably be on the Denon Prime stuff, but it just didn't go to Serato. They opened it up to everyone. Okay. So I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. I've been using Apple Music for the longest time. So I've personally always loved Apple Music. It's in DJ. So I'm very happy that it's in Serato. Now, okay. What we need to discuss is this thing that's been happening lately with no stems equals no way. Oh, Apple Music. Oh, you can't do stems. Nope. And I'm like, okay, you can't do stems on lots of things. It's not that big of a deal that you can't use stems. I was going to shoot a video really about that. Not about the fact that Apple Music is here, but the fact that the world is so angry that, oh, no stems, no deal. God, you people for our first world problems are killing us. Okay? They're killing us. People have been begging for Apple Music for years. Now it doesn't have stems, and people are like, no deal? No deal that you got free music with the ability to stream it at any point in your life, and that's a no deal? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't want to move into my old man phase yet, but I'm moving into my, like, this is not a big deal phase. Nothing bothers me phase. Things bother me, obviously, but like little stuff like this doesn't bother me. So I know at a certain point that Apple would get stems, but they also have to negotiate, just like Tidal did, just like even BeatSource did. BeatSource was able to do it kind of on the upfront, but Tidal had to change their stuff, and it'll happen. It's just silly. It's just really silly to me. Like, I get it. Stems are great, and they've changed the way people DJ. I totally understand that. I think it's changed the way I DJ too. But if I got to play a song and I hit the stem button and a box pops up and says, you can't stem this, I'm still going to be able to mix the damn thing. I'm still going to be able to do my job. It's not going to change that. So if I guess what I'm saying is, if the only way that you can DJ now is with stems, you are losing your ability to DJ. Because to me, stems is a feature. But if you're always using, and why are you always using stems on every song anyway? I don't. I mean, every song, if it doesn't have it, and remember, we're talking about streaming service, a service that, for the most part, you're not going to be using the entire time. You're going to use it when somebody comes up with a song, or, oh my God, I forgot to download that one song. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a deal. And There are far bigger issues with Serato than having Apple Music. Okay? The fact that you can't play more than one streaming service, that's a thing. You know? The fact that the database is still questionably bad, that's a thing. Like, I'm glad it's there, but I'd be happier with stems I'd be happier with Apple Music, I'd be happier with all streaming services with no stems if they could rewrite the database and update Serato. I'd be far more happier, far more happy. You can't record music mixes with Apple Music. You can't record mixes with any streaming service. It's almost like people never use streaming services. And then Apple Music came and they're like, I think I'm going to try this. Hey, man, look at all these roadblocks. That's always been the case. It has always been the case. EQ is your friend. EQ is absolutely your friend. EQ and filter. You can go a long way. Don't you guys remember when you'd have to do something and let's say you wanted to, or let's say you were mixing something, right? And then maybe it's a song you weren't as familiar with and words on words are popping up and you're like, oh my God, hold on, what do I do? You EQ out the high and the mid and you can pretty much make them words go away. Now, it's not clean like filter. I mean, not like stems, but there's a lot of ways that you can get you can get those frequencies out of the way. That's DJing 101. DJing 101. We're not, it's almost like if you were looking for a reason to lose your job, all of these complaints lead to losing your job. I know what you're thinking. I'm not going to lose my job. I'm successful on this. If you keep finding reasons that you want to be petty, something's going to take your job from you. It's like when I go into the store and I go to the cashier and they say, oh, the self-checkout's right over there. I don't mind the self-checkout. I'm fine with that. I'll go to the self-checkout any day of the week. However, that doesn't change the fact that if you send me to self-checkout, you are basically saying, I don't want to work here. I want my position to be removed by the robots, by the computers. And I feel like this is what we're doing with DJing now. Everybody is like, I don't want to do this, or if it doesn't do this, if it doesn't do this. Dude, we're a script. We're a script away from being obsolete. We're a script or two away from being obsolete. All the data is there. If anybody wanted to write an algorithm for the way we DJ, it's there. Like, be happy with all the stuff that we get, all the technology that makes our jobs easier, but don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. If as soon as they want us gone, script away. You're going to tell me right now that Spotify or Apple Music can't update their program? Look, we already have all the features. It's already there. All the features are there. Don't you remember Serato Pyro? Did you remember that? Where it took your music and then it would, take it, and that was the start. Right off your phone. Not even a DJ app. Right off your phone. Just takes your Apple Music or whatever, puts it together. All of these auto playlists, the way DJ does it, the way virtual DJ does it. DJ will change your tempo, speed it up, slow it down to match whatever you're going into, and then gradually go back to that original BPM. I mean, that fixes one of the arguments for us DJs. Oh, well, we read the crowd, and we can't mix this song into this song because the beats are too different. Give me a couple of songs to be able to, move that needle back up to the tempo that you want to get me at. All of these things that we talk about, there's scripts for that already. And then you pull the data in. You pull the data in from Apple Music, from Tidal, from Spotify, from all of these companies. They all have our data. They have our listening routines. They have our music selection. It's all there. It's already there. It's already there. But no, we're mad because Stims ain't on Apple Music. Apple Music has karaoke. They just decided to do that. They've been stimming on their own stuff forever. Go open up Apple Music, go to a song, and then slide up to where you got the little icons. And hold on, let me see real quick. I don't know that I have an HDMI. I don't know if I have my adapter. Where are you? I got too many cords in here. I still haven't cleaned up from this weekend, which we'll talk about. Okay. I think it's in my other bag. Okay, so obviously I can't play music, but we'll just go to a popular track right here. Is my overhead working? There we go. Okay. R&B hits. Let's go to, we're going to change this. Missy Elliott. I don't know if this is going to have it or not. Okay. So right here, you see this little button right here? This is your lyrics button. So you hit this, and then all your lyrics come up, right? Now, if this had the ability to stem, which this one does not. Let me find out like a song. Probably should have gone to pop. All right, paparazzi. Let's see if Miss Okay, so now we are here. Lady Gaga, paparazzi. See this little button right here? This little button right there? That's your stem button. You can literally mute out the music. Listen. Okay, stem. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Gone. Our jobs are at risk. Our jobs are at risk. And we are focusing on the dumbest stuff right now. They really are. Now, my job isn't at risk because I do more than just DJ. And I know the argument. We're always just saying the same argument when we are talking to clients or potential clients. Hey, nobody DJs like me. Nobody can read the crowd like me. Nobody can fight off fires before they happen like me. We're going to be purely customer service if we try to automate every single thing that we do. We're gonna be customer service. We are going to be So, you know, when you go to self-checkout, like at the grocery store or maybe even like a Walmart or something like that, I haven't been to Walmart in years, but I'm just saying, there's a stuff I do remember in the self-checkout, there's one person that stands there. They do the same thing at like Home Depot. There's one person that just stands there. Okay. And that one person handles what? 6, 8 stations? That's going to be you. But the problem is you'll now be fighting with all the other DJs to do that one thing because you're not going to need as many DJs if everything's been automated. And every time we talk about, oh, this is all, look at all the cool stuff. Always think about it like, yeah, it's cool stuff, but is it going to remove your job? We are an algorithm and a script away from losing out to like a Spotify. We are. The argument that we have been making, actually, that's true and not true, semi-stealth, because they've, if you haven't noticed, at least at the Home Depots I've been going to, they've literally changed their entire layout to kind of combat that. But we are an algorithm away. You know, we all make the same joke. All make the same joke. Oh, you know what? You don't. Oh, that's what I'm valued to you. You don't need me. You just need Spotify. I'm worth more than Spotify. My services are better than what Spotify is offering you. First off, you're arguing with an inanimate object, so that's weird. Secondly, it's just a script away. Script away, and you're sitting at home. You're sitting at home. And another thing that a lot of people don't do, there's no forethought in what they do. They live in the moment, and that's it. You know, you understand what I'm saying? They live in the moment, but they're not thinking, hey, what if this were to happen? Hey, what if this changed? They're not thinking about that. They're just thinking, I have a job. I'm a DJ. I've been DJing for 20 years. I'm going to be DJing for another 30. Maybe, but diversification is key. Why do you think we moved into production? Production is something that you can't just write a script for. You know, those dance floors still need to be brought in. You know, those walls still need to be built. Now, the content on those walls, you could absolutely get like a ChatGPT variant to make something happen. It would make it on the damn fly. You know, purely custom graphics on your wall, on the fly, tailored around your needs. Music, ChatGPT'd, purely custom based upon your needs and your wants. The only people that are going to be working are the people that bring that stuff in, that bring the speakers in and set up the stuff and put the server and the music person, the music computer somewhere over there. There's going to need to be somebody that's going to be there to make sure. But again, just like the grocery store, 6 stations can be run by one person. You'll be out of a job. Not gloom and doom, not fear, but stop trying to make things so great that people don't need you. You know, we subsidize like a crap ton of farmers. The government does. The government does. And we do that because we don't necessarily need all the stuff that they're making, but we also know that we need to keep them. It's a whole thing. Anyway, DJ Solstice in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Justin, the DJ in the building. What is going on? Good to see you guys. But I think, I don't know. I think you're going to have to start to become better DJs just in general. I mean, right now, ChatGPT is writing movie scripts and they're getting then they're getting, published. Keep your jobs, guys. Keep finding ways to make your jobs special. Because at a certain point, the thing that does make you special is going to be lower on the requirement totem board. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can still be special, but if your special costs 5 to 10 times more of the other person, the other thing, yes, I have tried Suno. It's actually really good, although I think they're getting sued. We'll see how long Suno lasts, because all that stuff is scraped off of real music. So we will see. A union will never happen. No, it won't. Oh, a union will never happen because DJs are elitist. So it'll never happen. They're elitist. Every single DJ has to have a dick measuring contest. Every single DJ. It's not like, you're artists, which you are. You are literally artists. And I don't see artists looking at somebody else like, I would have done this. It's all subjective. But for whatever reason, DJs, man, do they love to hate. Man, do they feel inadequate when another DJ is around them. It's so weird. It's almost like DJs have single child mentality. If you're a single child, I'm not. I'm not putting down single children. I just know single children think way differently than children that grew up with other siblings. I just know that for a fact. I got my production skills and TV placements, but this is because my DJ biz was lacking. Yeah. Same. When I wasn't, same. But even production is it is a bill, meaning like a legal, waiting to be passed. And then your production's gone. If they can get things like a Suno, and if you guys don't know what Suno is, basically Suno is a chat GPT for full blown production. Okay. You know what? I really do need to get my, my thing. So what you do is, I got it right here. I think it's still on my phone. Okay. All right. I had to download it again. My phone loves to delete stuff. I got to change that setting. How did I do this? Probably Google. Okay. So now this is Suno. Okay. I tried to get away. Get off. Okay. Let's see. Is it clear for you guys? It looks pretty clear. Now if I go here, custom, I can go in here and say, I want a EDM track in the style of Disney's Frozen. I'd like the chorus to be walk it out, walk it out. Create. All right, so my groove is on its way. And it usually takes maybe about a minute or two to create. My beats are brewing. Your creative genius is loading. Have I really been that creative? Song's ready. Okay. So let's check it out. Snowflakes crash like drums on the ground. Frozen whispers, the only sound. Glaciers move, but they never shout. This is all AI. You see what I'm saying? We are a script away from being obsolete. That was real time. Real time. We are yeah, we're literally I made a an intro off of this. Hold on. I think it saves all my other ones, I think. And it even says Walk It Out by Cleveland Terry. Oh, here's my anthem. Hold on. Here we go. Welcome to the show. It's Cleveland Terry in the booth. DJ Gear Unlock, we reppin' all the truth. Mixes, turntables, headphones on display. Check talk business, yeah, we lighting up the way. Spin the vinyl, make it scratch, flip a track with flair. Digital or analog, you know we get that rare. Live from the city where the beats never sleep. Terry's in the house, now the groove runs deep. Cleveland Terry Show, let's get it all aligned. DJ World Unite, it's about that grind. I'm just saying, I didn't use it. Not that I, not that I was. I just literally just forgot. I just forgot about it. And I have a jazz. Do I have a jazz one too? Did I make a jazz one? Anyway, like I said, we are. Welcome to the show. It's Cleveland Terry in the booth. DJ Gear Unlock. We reppin' all the truth. Mixes, turntables, headphones on display. Tech talk business. Yeah, we lighten up the way. Spin the vinyl, make it scratch, flip a track with flair. Digital or analog, you know we got that rare. Live from the city where the beats never sleep. I'm telling you. And all I did was like, you know what? Can you make it a little more like this? Can you tweak this here? Can you do this here? I'm telling you. And I'm sitting there at, with my MPC Live or my Ableton, and I'm like, why even make music now? Why even make music? By the way, and there's another one we saw at NAMM. I can't think of what they're called at the moment. I think, let's see. We were on a thread with, I think, Mojax. I can't find it. Anyway, they have pure AI ChatGPT singers. Like, I'm talking like studio quality singers. And all you have to do when you're making your beat, and we are assuming that we're still making our beats, right? We're still producing. So we make the track, and now, okay, I need somebody to sing it. I don't know anybody. Everybody hates me because I'm an asshole, because I think I'm the best producer in the world, so nobody wants to work with me. Okay, so what do? Well, I just go online and type in my lyrics and type in the style of how I want it to sound. R&B, alternative, country, rock. Oh, you know what? I like the rock guy, but he's a little too like grimy. You know, let's soften him up a little bit. Let's remove some of that grime. Let's give him a little more, falsetto. Let's do this. It's all there. The only thing they can't do right now, the only thing that software can't do is rap songs. Because the cadences are, because there's too many cadences right now to train the AI on. It's just too much. But it's coming. I mean, last year at NAMM, apparently they were there. And my buddy DJ Kova, because he's a producer too. And my buddy DJ Kova said he saw them the year before. And then the year before, when he went and saw them, they had like 3 or 4 models. Okay, meaning song styles. You know, vocal female, vocal male, this and that. They had like 4 of them. Because when we went back this NAMM, there was like 40 of them. It could have been even a little higher. And then they keep building them. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, especially if you're like, oh, I'm older. Like, I'm not going to be like hip to like some of the things, but I still like to make the music, but people can't see me, because if they see me, they're not going to like me because kids are stupid. Oh, let me just make a AI generated person singing this AI generated song on the beat that I made. Maybe. Okay. We're in a bad place. Just telling you. So, hope you got them physical jobs too, because the physical jobs are going to be required. Or you better be uber talented to get through all the crap. Okay, let's see here. That's why I own my own AI consulting company, because will it affect every industry? I love DJing, but this is real. There you go. There you go. Says Michael E. Can it do stems? No, but if I pull that song into and again, if you really want to do stems, pull the song down. Pull the song down. I haven't even talked about the fact that y'all people are super cheap now. Like, super cheap. Oh, I got to buy this song for this client. Oh, they wanted me to buy 10 songs. Oh, no. Really? Really? Based upon how much you charge? You're worried about, $20 worth of purchases? In some cases, not even that. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anyway. Okay. I'm reading the comments. All right, let's see here. Well, maybe, but I can tell you one thing. Think about this. It's 2025. Currently, we have, music players. You got all your services. All of the songs are free and completely always available to you for the most part. Wi-Fi, internet excluding. It's always available to you. These kids that are going to come up DJing will only know that every song known to man is available to them at any time. That's the world we live in now. Any kid coming up, any kid being born, that's all they know. The contracts are going to be wild in 15, 20 years. They're going to be wild. I will only DJ your event if there is a dedicated internet line. And if we're at a hotel and they force me to pay for it, I'm going to charge you, the client, because I will not be able to do my job without the internet. I ChatGPT'd all of my announcements. So please tell me exactly what you want me to say. And then I'm going to say, can you make this sound like an MC? Anyway. All right. So that's okay. You can be behind the times. You know, that save you, keep some longevity for you. All right, let's see here. Now, I know that there's some people that had some questions. I clearly can't go back and see them. So if you had some questions that I didn't answer, go ahead and put them in the chat. But this gives you the opportunity to think about your question now and make sure that it makes sense for the show. Make sure that you're not looking for validation for something you purchased. Just make sure. Yeah. And kids today are so funny. They don't understand how things work because everything is always just right in front of them. What do I think about TikTok DJs? I could care less. They don't do anything for me or against me. I think it's fine. Go on TikTok and make your money. TikTok DJs are the same as oh my God, it's been that long. As Twitch DJs. Same. You know, if you're gonna do it, go do it. Have a good time doing it. You know, in fact, I'm going to get on. I have finally hit a point in my career where I have to DJ probably live again. And it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do about you guys at all. The problem is I'm not DJing right now. The bigger we get, the more stuff we do, the less I'm going to be DJing. I love DJing. But the money for us right now is in making sure that our production is top tier because that's future money. You know, that's like retirement money. The DJing is leverage for the production. I've talked about that before. So I will actually be on Twitch more. I don't have a problem with China vid walls. All of my walls are from China. So yes, or no, or yes, or I don't see a problem with it. I got a couple more coming too. I already mentioned this. So remember the 90s and the 70s, two different videos. Okay. The 90 video, all the content is shot. I did all the shooting of it on, what's today? Thursday? I shot it on Tuesday night. However, I want to go back in and re-record a couple of things just to give it a little more dynamic flair. I know you guys don't care about that kind of stuff, but I do. You know, I want my stuff to be able to be seen later on, not look, old. And anyway, so So the 90 video, after the show, I'm going to pull all my content in, edit it, figure out what I want to, what else I need to add to it. And then I will, hopefully have it out by Friday. Again, for you guys that don't know, it's my daughter's birthday today. She's 13. So, we're going to the mall with all of her little friends. And then I get to spend way too much money on dinner for all her little friends. You know, my son will sneak in. My oldest daughter will sneak in. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm only paying for kids' meals. You guys are grown ass people. You can fend for yourself. But no, I got to pay for everybody. Needless to say, I got to pay for everybody. And this same time last week, I had to fly my family, my daughter and my wife out to Santa Clara for the weekend so she could redo her dance competition stuff so she could qualify to go to nationals. It's a big thing in dance world. Okay. But really what that is just another reason for me to spend money that I don't want to spend. We go to competitions once a month, and legitimately, once you factor in the hotels, the driving, the food, because you can't go anywhere. So you have to buy hotel food, or you're getting everything Ubered in, Uber Eats or whatever you use. Every single competition, I spend no less. I'm not even talking about like prepaying for the competition stuff. I'm just talking about that weekend. I pay no less than $1,200 every time. No less. And then we had one last month, and then we had a second one 2 weeks later. That was not in the budget. Anyway, and neither is her birthday. Whatever. We have a bat mitzvah coming up. Okay, by the way, just realize that you only have so much power when you get married. I was very clear. This is the world I live in. It was very clear. Hey, look, she's got a bat mitzvah coming up. We're not going to do a lot of things. We got to conserve our money so we can apply that to the bat mitzvah. Oh, of course. Of course, we won't do that. Of course. Man, I've spent more money this year than in many years, and we still have the bat mitzvah. Like, I was having a conversation with my wife, like, dude, how do you expect us to pay for these things if you guys keep spending money? You're not supposed to get a big ass birthday on your bat mitzvah year? That's crazy. You know how much money goes out for these things? Anyway. Okay, let's see here. Lopes, what's going on, Lopes? Good to see you. What kind of genre cut up DJ? Does it mean it's a DJ edited song? There's a genre called cut up DJ? I don't know that one. In all honesty, I don't know. I'm sure we could probably, look it up. Ninja Tune negative land stuff. Huh. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We all do. Like, you don't really think I want to come, right? Like, that's not fun for me. Like, I don't mind the mall, and it's a great mall. We're gonna go to the Grove. I think we're going to the Grove. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Grove, and it's a great mall. Like, no issues with it. Great food places, great stops. I mean, I can hang out. There's an Apple store. I can always go to the Apple store. But I feel like we're going to spend most of the time at Sephora and crap like that. There is a movie theater right there. Maybe I'll go watch a movie. I'll go watch The Working Man. I'm kidding. I'm not. Anyway, like I said, my mind is crazy today. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Before I lose any questions. When will we see the follow-up? Okay, so the Evolve, the 90s will come out hopefully Friday. The 70s, I'm actually using the 70s. First time I'm officially using the 70s on a party this Saturday. So I feel like that one will come out relatively quick because I already know the tops. It's really just about the subs, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. What software do you use to record DJ mixes with, and what is the best? There is no best. There is no best at all, and you have to be more specific about when you're saying to record, because every DJ software you use can record your DJ mix. You know, Serato, DJ, Virtual DJ, they all have the record option. So if that's all you're trying to do is just to record, you know, a stereo file of just songs back to back to back to back, that's easy. If you're trying to get more creative, now we're talking about like multi-track recording and things like that. I haven't used DJ Studio, so don't ask me about DJ Studio. They're trying to get me to do it, and I'm looking at all these people online. Obviously, you know, getting taken care of, which I'm all for. If they want to pay me to review it, I'll absolutely do it. But it's a little too much at the same time. So I'm going to hold back on DJ Studio for a minute. Anyway, besides that, you can go do things like Ableton. I like Ableton because depending on your mixer or at least your audio routing, you really just need audio routing software in there. You can basically split your tracks up. So when I record full on mixes, like mixes that are going to like the radio, like I have some like Pitbull Globalization mixes that I've done in the past. What I like to do is I record it. I always record it through like Serato or whatever I'm using. And then I will have it bus out to Ableton. And the good thing about Ableton, why I like to use Ableton, is because I can then split the audio tracks out. So I can literally say, you know, anything on my left deck is going to go on stereo track number 1 and 2. And anything on my right deck is going to go stereo tracks 3 and 4. Okay. So then I record it straight through. And then once it's recorded, if I make some mistakes or whatever, I can always just literally stop, start recording again, and I can just cut that little piece out right there. It's so easy. And then after that, if I want to add some scratches or some drops or any of that stuff, I can do that on the fly. I can just pull them in later on. So it's clean, super clean. And a lot of software will allow you to do that. Okay. Keep your day job, people. This is my day job. Stems are in everything. Stems are in everything. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. AI models is crazy, but I get it. I get it. You don't have to pay. I wonder what these models are going to do. I'll have a lot more waiters in the building. But that'll just make truly beautiful people even more special. Okay. What I would like to know is what you're going to say in 2030. 2030, that's 5 years from now. What would I say from 5 years from now? If we're still a country? Oh, hold on. I'm waiting for my drop frames to catch up again. There we go. If we don't have a king in office, what would I say? I don't think we're going to see huge sweeping changes in 5 years. I think we're going to be on the cusp of something that would change us in about 5 years. Like we'll start to really hear like grumblings about things because ChatGPT is just getting smarter and smarter. Although it can only, anyway, we're copying. Okay. It's not like it's creating. We don't have true artificial intelligence yet. Not in what we're seeing. I mean, it probably exists, right? It's probably already been there. Google and their quantum computers and things like that. It's probably already there. But it won't be for the masses in 5 years. You know, in 5 years, I'll be on this show and hopefully I'll be like, yeah, I'm producing here and here and here and here and here and here and here. Money's good. At 5 years from now, my daughter will be heading to college. My last one, I'll be an empty nester. And you might see real happy me, or you'll see traveling me. I don't know. It'll be one of them, or I'll be sad because they've taken all my money. Anyway, who knows? Okay. Let's see. What do you think about? Okay, I answered TikTok DJs. Answered the Evolve. I answered China. A Studio. No, it's not that. I use the word no, but then I feel guilty. Yeah, exactly. I start with no. Hey, can we no? Wait, no. And then they say, oh, come on, Dad. And anyway, I give in. You know, I'm a daddy's girl. I'm a butthead, but I'm a daddy's girl. My son would be like, step up, man. Be a man. That's another thing. That's another thing that I'm really getting tired of. I'm getting tired of the world telling me I can't tell my son to be a man. And I'm not even talking about like the whole world. I'm talking about, you know, everybody, my wife, be a man, son. Well, what girl can't be a man or blah, 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 blah. It's like always, you know what? It's always never about the subject or the situation we're in. It's always about something else. What aboutisms? Your son just needs to be a good person. No, my son needs to be a man. And I'm sorry that I'm, you know, Gen X, not Gen Z. I'm Gen X. I'm sorry that I'm that guy. But there's certain things that I will not change. And teaching your son to be a man is very important. I don't care what anybody says. Sorry. It's not going to change me. Okay. My wife loves to grub. I had a feeling you'd say that, G. Kenny. Okay. You got the same issue as me. It's a good thing. Did he say? I use both, man. I use both. I still got to get that damn review up. I have to get my review up before GTA 6. And if not GTA 6, I have to get my video up before Mojax. Not because it's a competition, but because I've been saying this for too damn long. All right. Ha. Thank you very much, G. Kenny. And you made it in pink too. How'd you make it in pink? Is that a thing you can do? I didn't even know that. That's very cool. I will let her know that you have now paid for her dinner. But this is really about the bat mitzvah. So if anybody does want to contribute, this is all just me not lying. Hey, if you want to support, that's how you support. You can support like G. Kenny, you know, and bat mitzvahs are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And I'm bringing in everything I know, everybody I know, pulling them all in. Still not cheap. So that's what this fund is for. All of my YouTube money is literally going into it goes into another account. And then I'm at a certain point, I'm going to take it all. I'm going to pay for this damn bat mitzvah. Thank you, G. Kenny. Honestly. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, there are true game changers. They do exist. When Stems came out, it was a game changer. So I think we can't make it, you know, this ubiquitous term for every single thing out there. Because it's not. Apple Music coming to Serato is not a game changer. It's not. It's an evolution. It's time. That's all it is. Okay. Do I have calls today? I know I got to get to the gym before I take my kids to before I take my kid to the Grove. I think I turned off all my meetings today. I did. Oh, and to top it off, not only is it her birthday, she's on spring break. This is when you realize how busy their schedules are, how trash it is when they don't have anything to do. Okay. Love it. Love it. Okay. That's hilarious. That is actually real funny. Okay. I like that. We've become masters of diversion. Responsibility can always be placed elsewhere, and someone somewhere wrote something to prove it. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Let's see how. Okay. Michael Christopher Warren. Lightspeed Entertainment. What's going on? Entertainment. How has stem separation changed your transitions between tracks with different energy levels? What stem techniques should beginners master first? In all honesty, I'm going to say something that's so obvious, and yet a lot of people don't think about it. The best use of stems comes from the highest knowledge of your musical catalog. If you know your music, your stems approach will be much better, because a lot of people are just using stems just because they're stems. I can go here and acapella this and put this over here and I can mute this out. Stems, and it's like in the most basic setting is literally, to me, obviously you can go acapella, you can go instrumental. That's the most basic setting. And I use that all the time just on getting rid of questionable lyrics. I instead of going to the censor button, I now use the stems button. If a word's coming in, instrumental. The word gets muted out, bring the song right back. So that's the first thing. That's the simplest thing right there. Secondly, to me, this is only to me, I can only speak for me. Stems should be used to carve out frequencies. Okay. So, if you got, two bass lines coming in, and one bass line's going like this, doom to doom to doom doom to doom to doom doom to doom to doom, and the other one's going doom 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 to doom 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 to doom doom doom, that's gonna clash. Okay, so you remove one, boop, and then you keep the one that drives it. Hopefully, it's in close to the right key. Hopefully, that's the same thing applies to words over words. A lot of people are using stems as a makeshift fix to the fact that they don't know their music. So they're bringing in a new song, and what happens? Oh, the verse came back on the other song. Okay, great. Let me just mute that out. Done. Clean transition. Sort of. It's just different. There's no real right way to use stems, in my opinion. Replacement of the drums. Again, bringing in a clean bass line. Bringing in another vocal. There's no right way. You just have to really, if you know your music, stems should come a lot easier to you. Okay. Hopefully I kind of answered your question. So, this is actually okay. Don't get me wrong. I like money. Money helps the world, makes the world go round. But, like I said before, sharing this stream, I don't know about sharing this one. Who knows? This one might have gone off the rails. I don't know. But in general, sharing the channel, the show, the Thursdays is far more important, because that's going to generate more people on the show here. Like I said, I'd like to see this number in reality, 200-300 people every show. There's no reason they can't be there. I know for a fact that when I go to conferences, there's 200-300 people when I go to speak. So there shouldn't be an issue with this too. And this is global. It's not localized. So yeah, please share if you can. Tell people about it. I think maybe I'm not shock jockish enough, but I won't be. So that's not me. Anyway. Yes, this is true. I got all the big parts done. Now it's just food, and we're gonna do food trucks. But even then, every food truck is, $3,000. So do the math. It's gonna probably be, $10,000-$12,000 worth of food trucks. And the alcohol. I mean, if it were me, I would just have literally, 10, 20 bottles of Costco tequila. But it's not just me. And I would love to not invite some people I can't stand in the family. Anyway, okay. Can't tell you the brand. I bought it from China. It's LED wall display 2.6 blah 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 ACFLUT blah. No, man. You know how hard it was to find the profile for the washes we got from China, because for whatever reason my partner and office manager threw out the manuals. You know how hard it was to make that profile? Anyway. Okay. John T, thanks for hanging out today. Okay. Is this show on Twitch? No, it is not. And it won't be on Twitch. The show that I will have on Twitch will probably be the DJ show. Just because I got to stay up and stay, got to keep my hands up. The venue, to a point. I'm not having the party at the crib. That costs more money, in all honesty. I want to do standalone. Is there a way to do stems on standalone? Yeah. Omnis Dual has it. The Denon stuff, they all do. I haven't updated it yet, but it's there. Look, and again, I'm an Apple Music fan. I love when people are like, come on, Spotify, you see it now, do that. I'm like, dude, they did. It'll come back. Spotify will come back. And then this whole thing will be moot until people start complaining that they don't have stems. Then what? Then what are you going to do? I just like having, more importantly for me, it's not about Apple Music stems. It's more for me the fact that I use Apple Music. Like, people are going to Apple Music now just because it's got streaming, but there was already stuff. It was already there. So I just love the fact that I can just keep everything stored and categorize and all that stuff on my phone. That's it. I open up Apple Music, it'll be there. That's the reason why I like it. Okay. Anyway. Omnis Duo does not have stems. The only reason why I'm saying this is because oh, that's where she went. Oh, I'm sorry. The reason that I said no, I know I saw this. Hold on. I know I saw this. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Apple Music support record box. Where is the rest? Apple Music support added to record box and all-in-one DJ systems, Omnis Duo and XDJ AZ. That's what it says. Nothing about Opus. I don't know what's going on with Opus. I wish I did, but it's really weird. It's just weird. All right. Anyway, and let's see. This one is the new agency supporting Engine DJ. Okay, they got a new company supporting. God, it's hard to keep up with this stuff. Anyway, yes, Apple Music, Engine DJ. So all of them, all the major ones, just not the Opus Quad. I don't know what's happening. I will never stream for an event. Why? Okay, who said you had to? I mean, look. Okay, can I just? All right, it is. Just a tip. I don't know how old you are. I don't know. I'm sure you're, a regular dude. Just a tip. Avoid absolutes. Avoid the I will never, because you might. And I don't know. When I see comments like this, I will never stream for an event. Now, again, you could have said it like this: I would never stream for an event, or I would never stream for an event. I don't know which one you are, but based upon the way it looks like I'd never stream an event. I'm better than that. I would never say that anybody is in the wrong for streaming on an event. Okay? I stream on events all the time. There's nothing wrong with streaming on an event. What's wrong is if you're streaming on an event and that's all you have. Like, that's your music catalog. Is stream based. A client paid you a good amount of money for that peace of mind that you're going to have everything that they need. So I think the things that you have to have there need to be on your hard drive. What if somebody comes up, if grandma comes up and is like, hey, do you have that version of Frank Sinatra from 1962 where he sang with blah, blah, blah. And it's me and my husband's, 70th anniversary and blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Let me pull that up on Apple Music. Okay, it's there. Here you go. You've made somebody's day. Now, normally, if this were a regular party and somebody walked up and streaming didn't exist, you would say, or let's say you didn't have any internet or whatever, because I'm sure that's one of your concerns. I just don't have it. Oh, and they'd go, okay, and they'd walk away. Or maybe you could make somebody's day. So I have no issues with streaming whatsoever. I don't think streaming makes you less of a professional DJ if used in the right capacity. And I don't know. I use it as a tool. It's a tool. Okay. How do you get a customer to use you for a wedding? This would be my first wedding to DJ. I've done wedding band work and DJed for quite some time now. Okay, that question seems confusing. Because you're saying it's your first wedding to be a DJ, but then you've also DJed for quite some time. So, I mean, sales is sales. Okay. If you're trying to get into something and nobody knows who you are, you're going to have to advertise, whether that be online in your area, doing free gigs for people, doing free gigs for your friends, all of these things. That's how you get more stuff. That's how, You don't just get weddings because you decide you want to do weddings. So you're going to have to show people that you can do weddings or you can do whatever event they want you to do. And then you'll start to get more bookings. You will get more referrals. I have been in business for 17 years and we have not paid one dime. You know what? Let me back off that before you say, oh, well, your partner did this one on Instagram or Facebook ads or whatever. We have not spent any significant money. I think I probably say under $1,000 in 17 years in any type of marketing. So that marketing, I can tell you exactly where the money was spent. It was spent a couple of times on Facebook ads. And we'll probably do more because of the production. And a couple of times, and then Yelp until we said, screw the Yelp. We're not doing this anymore. So yeah, it's all word of mouth. Every single thing we do is word of mouth. Now it's a machine. It just does. We can't stop it if we wanted to. Okay. Stems is not a function of the hardware. It's a software. You just have to trigger the stem on the laptop or separate MIDI controller. So Opus would have stems. What are you talking about? You're talking two different things. So you're saying if you're using it via the software, then you're using Rekordbox software. So the stems are in the Rekordbox software. But if it's in the all-in-one, it should be in the all-in-one. But anyway, separate MIDI controllers, all that stuff. It is what it is. Let's see here. Okay, I get that. All right, so let's see here. Noah Carr in the building. What is going on? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I mean, especially some of the stuff that the kids are listening to now, it's so disposable. Like a song will pop up and they're like, everybody wants to hear this song. Like I make it a thing now. Like technically my rule is, because look, I don't really want to just fill up my hard drive with useless music anymore. Like I've kind of gotten away from that. So I will typically, if it's not on a client's list, right, and it's not necessarily like a popular song, even though it might end up on DJ City or, BPM or Direct Music Service or anything like that, I'm not going to download it just because. Now, if like I get a request and I get another request, and I'm like, okay, that's like 5 people or, over multiple parties. Okay, now I'm going to buy that song. Now I'm going to actually download that song. But in the beginning, I'm streaming it. If I stream it more than twice, technically I'm like, I should probably download this song now. That's it. I wouldn't stream for school events. Why? Why, Steve? Explain to me the rationale. I'd like to know. I'd like to understand. I'd like to understand how that's different than streaming anywhere else. Okay. Oh, these are a lot of, I'm building a daily schedule and curious what skills to prioritize for the first 3 months. Okay. You're going to hate me for saying this. Okay. You're literally going to hate me for saying this. Practice routine. It's all about your music. Know your music like the back of your hand. Know every single thing that you're playing, how it works, where the breakdowns are, where the bridges are, how the intro sounds, all of those things. After that, I would focus primarily, not do too much. I've learned this too from somebody. I think it was Bolo, the producer, but he said, you shouldn't be spending 12 hours practicing. It's not going to do anything for you. I limit mine to about an hour a day now. I mean, when I do, it's no more than an hour. Sometimes it's like if I'm just doing scratching and I'm just trying to keep that clean, it'll be 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. And then I'm out. Because the longer you go, that's when fundamentals change. That's when things break down. But you're as a DJ, you're always DJing. You're DJing when you're not DJing. I've had multiple transitions pop into my head just while driving. Driving, song pops up on your radio. You hear some wordplay that kicks in. You're like, oh, you know what? That'd be really good right here with this other song. But obviously, I would spend more time just, practicing your transitions, your blends, use some of that time to hear other DJs and how they mix and what's important to them and find what works for you. Everything you're going to do is going to be copying right now. You find somebody that you look up to, you're going to copy their style. Fine. But at a certain point, you're going to develop your own style and it's going to break away. And then you're going to kind of make your own sound because that's the key here. The only way a DJ can survive, like legitimately survive, is if they have their own sound. Okay. And again, own sound doesn't mean I have, every song I play is a remix version of something else that I made on my own. That's not your own sound. The longer you DJ, the more you create your own thing. The way you DJ has its own style and its own sound. So that's what you're focusing on, is getting to the point where you have your own sound, because every new DJ I've ever worked with always sounds like somebody else. Always. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what did you think? I'm like, it was fine. I said, but when am I going to hear you? What do you mean? I'm playing all this stuff. When am I going to hear the way you play? And that takes a while, but you'll get there. You'll get there. All right. Okay. That's true. This is very true. Word of mouth not only from clients, but from vendors. Yeah, when they're not hating on you. I'm kidding. I get a lot of referrals from photographers and videographers. I still remember a story. I'll tell this story. What time is it? 12:15? 12:30, I'm out. I have to go 15. So, during the pandemic, we got together with like all the competing DJs out there to talk about what are we saying to clients during COVID? Because if one of us says something different, it's gonna backfire on everybody. So we're just trying to gauge what everybody's saying. So then we know that, yes, if everybody says, we're not doing this, nobody's going to question it because it's just the way it is. So I remember there was a videographer on the stream. And it's like I said, there's literally DJs that are our competition that are on this stream. It's fine, whatever. And the videographer was talking about something. He's like, oh yeah, what I really like about Check 1 2 is, they do this and they do that and they do this. And I felt bad. But the other one of the competing DJ companies says, yeah, I get that. Yeah, we do that too. And the videographer says, no, you don't. Not like Check 1 2 does. Nobody's doing it like them. And I've never felt so like uncomfortable in my life, where I was like, damn, you talk about your mama. Like, it was bad. But like that kind of word of mouth is gold. It's absolutely gold. So I appreciate all those people, those ride or dies. Okay. Let's see here. Nice, Elvis. Love that. Yeah, I'm not one to like try to take down a company. If it works for you, it works for you. I just didn't feel what people were saying. Okay. Oh, okay. I get that. I get that. And that's again, that's also knowing your work, knowing the locations that you normally work out, knowing what they do provide, what they don't provide, knowing how your cell service works in those areas. That's just being a business. That's being a professional. Going, hey, you know what? I should probably keep these on the hard drive just in case. That's being professional. You know, but if the internet is good, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, in all honesty, anytime I've ever plugged my iPad in and I've like DJ with DJ off that, like I don't have any local files on there, but it's cell service, and if the cell service is good, that's probably the most reliable one out there, even over like hotspots. In all honesty, because that's just in the system, and it just works, and it prioritizes your data over a hotspot. So anyway, okay. Okay. Michael's doing an interview right now. You're not gonna make me cry, Michael, no matter what you ask. Okay. What was your turning point moment when you started developing your unique sound instead of emulating others? Were there specific techniques or music choices that helped you? I take from everybody. Okay, that's the first thing. So you take the things that work for you based upon inspiration from other people. So that could be, you know, Jazzy Jeff, Scratch Bastard, you know, even DJs that I just look up to. You know, one of my DJs, DJ Rel, he's an amazing DJ, you know, and I just take little bits from here, little bits from there, because that's what makes you. Just like when you're growing up, you develop your identity not based upon one person. You develop it based upon a number of people. You know, your brother's this way, your dad's this way, your mom's this way. You know, your favorite third grade teacher is this way. The guy at the convenience store is this way. Your coach is this way. And you just kind of take them all and they just kind of form you. So everybody copies first. You copy and then you modify. You'll get there. You'll get there. But there was no specific technique or music. Music choices are completely have nothing to do with DJing. And when I say that, I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about there was not one song that I played and said, I get it now. I'm a DJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I started out, I was a hip hop DJ. You know, I started DJing because I was a hip hop dancer and it just made sense because I loved music. You know, I had production, I had hip hop groups and signed bands. Music's always been a part of my life, you know, and that's why I always tell people that in general, that's why, women, if she asked me to pay now, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. This is my wife. I just had this conversation with her. I'm like, guys, you're sucking up all my money. She's like, we got to pay this, blah, 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 blah. More dance. Because that's how they get you. That's how they get you. You're like, okay, cool. We got dance. Cool. Okay. They got competitions. Great. And then it's like, okay, here's your normal tuition. Okay, cool. Anyway. And then it's like, oh, but by the way, we got this too. And we got this too. And we got this too. I'm like, that wasn't told to me. Why do we have this stuff? Why are we doing this? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. You know, just trying to be nice. Anyway, okay. Where we got here? So just keep doing you, essentially is what I'm saying. Keep learning, keep working towards it. Find some people that inspire you, and keep going. YouTube is amazing for DJ content. You know, just you got to get out there. At some point in a DJ's career, there will come a song that you strongly believe is a great track, but other DJs would just ignore. That's your unique taste coming through. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, half the stuff I play for myself, I would never play at a nightclub. I would never play at such and such. That is your style. You know, typically speaking, unless you're just like a pop DJ, which does happen, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in general, you're gonna in general, you're going to find a middle ground. I'm resulting to preparing to only play online. Seems the local crowd doesn't prefer my style of play. Okay, I get that. Honestly, I get that. You know, one of the things about local style is there really, unfortunately, there really isn't a local style anymore. You know, like your sound. This is the issue with music being available to everybody at all times, any song on the planet, forever. Except for my Heavy Vegetable album. There is an album, there's this band called Heavy Vegetable, when I used to snowboard and stuff, and I listen to a lot of alternative music, and there's this band called Heavy Vegetable, and they're a trip. You can still find them on YouTube, but their band is just like out there. Anyway, they were a small little independent label. And you can't find that group on any of the streaming services because they stopped before streaming took place. Their label went down. So, and they never, re-upped it. So there's music like that doesn't exist anymore. That's why having your local files is important, because there's certain songs that you might have that nobody else has. And that's something to hold your head up for. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Work for DJ company or independent DJ? I don't know, man. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like seriously, what do you want to do? There's nothing wrong with doing either or. I will say this though, if you are working for a DJ company, I mean, since I own a DJ company, I'm only telling you this from experience. I don't like working DJs that have their own businesses. So like if you're independent and you're working a lot and you're just looking for somebody to supplement, a lot of people don't want to bring those in because then it's kind of a conflict of interest. I can't trust you. Who knows if you're really, representing me or going to try to sell, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tend to stay away from, established, people. What is playing in the background of my screen? Oh, Windows. Prepare for Windows. End of 10 Windows support. I don't care. I don't care Windows because I only use this computer to stream. Oh, see, there you go. Exactly. It doesn't matter if they like it or not. Okay, so this is the thing. And this is just what I've experienced and what I see out there. Okay. If you want to play your own style and your own music, because this comment right here, just because everybody's playing a certain style doesn't mean everybody likes it. Everybody doesn't have to like it. Just the big ass group of people that are at that club, that went to that club because of that music. So, they don't care about the people that don't like it. The club's packed. You understand what I'm saying? The only way, in my opinion, nowadays, for the most part, for most people out there, if you really want to have something that is unique to you, you're going to have to start your own. You're going to have to start your own. Get with the venue. Get with the venue and, make a night of your style, and then people will come or they don't come. You know what I'm saying? But if you can develop a following of people that just prefer your style of music, then you will be successful. That's the only way. But if you're walking into a nightclub now and like, hey, I want to DJ here. They're like, yeah, you can DJ here, but this is what we play here. You can deviate a little bit, but this is what we play here. The idea here is for people to dance and then drink. That's all we care about. Dancing and drinking. And if you play a song that clears the floor, they're just going to go to the bar anyway. We're fine with that too. It's all about real talk, people. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, normally it's anyway. Okay. Will Serato eventually get a locker service or allow us to cache music the way Virtual and Tidal does? What do you mean? They do have one. It's BeatSource. That's the locker is in BeatSource. So, but maybe I'm missing what you're saying here, Walter. Look, I tell the truth. Okay. This is truth. That's all we do here. We tell the truth. That's it. Oh, hold on. That went down the wrong pipe. Okay. One more minute. We have one more minute, and then I do have to go because I want to work on some content and I want to hit the gym if possible before we have to leave today. If not, I'll work out at the gym on Friday, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I mean, usually speaking, the easiest way to communicate with the bartender is just change the genre of music for a minute. If you're playing EDM, drop down to hip hop. The people that were listening to EDM now they're tired. They're going to go to the bar. The hip hop people are going to come to the floor. Okay. So we're talking two different things here. First off, anything that virtual DJ does, you cannot assume that it is completely legit. And I mean that in the best possible way. They have done so many things to VDJ that weren't even approved by the companies they're doing it for. Like, they brought in streaming services to VDJ before it was even allowed. You know, like they had come out for BeatSource came out for what is wrong? What J. Crew? What's with the all caps? What's with the all caps? Who said there's anything wrong with owning your own music? Where did that even come out in here? Who said that? Who hurt you, bro? Apple Music, not Apple Music, BeatSource. When BeatSource came out, first service it was available to was Rekordbox. Okay? They were trying it on Rekordbox, and then they were going to open it up to other ones. So Rekordbox had like a 3-month window. Okay? Virtual DJ was like, nope, and had that stuff already in their system in like 2 weeks. So everything they're doing doesn't mean that it's something that other companies want to risk, getting sued over. That's all I will say. Okay. Yeah, we've all cleared the floor. Let's not lie here. We've all done a song. And usually it's that song where you're like, I really want to play this song. I really want to play this song because I like this song. And then it clears it. But we've all done it. Walter Gibbons, thank you so much, fam. Appreciate you. Okay, I was gonna wait for J. Crew to finish his thing, but I do think this is a perfect ending to do right now. It's 12:32. It's exactly where we want to be. But I want to thank everybody for always coming to the show. and we will do it again next Thursday. Friday. Today I will be trying to finish up on the video. I keep saying LD. The EV Evolve 90s that video is it's shot. And technically I could just edit this video and post it up and it'd be fine. But I need to clean it up. I need to get a little beauty on it. So that'll go out too. Hopefully, if not Friday at 7 a.m., which when I normally release my videos, it'll be sometime Friday, probably mid-afternoon. So hopefully, as long as I don't have to stay out with the family for 30,000 years. Anyway, and then this Saturday, I will be using the Evolve 70s on my event. So that video will come out pretty quickly because we've talked about the majority of the stuff off the 90. I can literally take the content from the 90 and post it on there and then just give my opinion. So those will all go out. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. That's very, very important for the algorithm. Share the stream if you got some friends that are into DJing and live podcasts or just podcasts in general. Send them my link. Let them know, this is what we do here. That's it. And everybody else, I know it's busy time for you guys, hopefully. Have great parties this weekend, and we'll talk about it. We didn't even talk about the LED walls that I did. We did some crazy stuff this weekend. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. J. Crew hates streaming. Okay. We got it. You hate streaming. Okay. Well, the good news is, that's why hard drives were invented. So do your thing. I will see everybody next week, and we'll look out for the EV90 video, which will be out hopefully by tomorrow, maybe even tonight, depending on when I get home. All right, y'all. See you soon. Enjoy your day. Peace out.